Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. I am Leah Dixon from Port Coquitlam, British Columbia, and I am here for my Sunday morning celebration, I don't know, episode, whatever you want to call it, a little Facebook Live. I don't often go live on Sunday mornings, but for celebration, I decided I would so that I could take the time to show off all of the amazing celebration items that we have in our catalog and available for you guys to get for free with purchases. So I'm going to switch over to my desktop and we'll get started and I'll show you this week's celebration product. As you pop on, feel free to come on in and say hello. We love to see who's on and watching. And yeah, so this week's celebration product that I'm going to highlight is called the Simply Marbleous Designer Series paper, or DSP. And it comes in 6 great colors, and you get a ton of this, you guys. You get like must be 8 sheets of each color because you get 48 sheets in the pack. And so we've got I'm pretty sure it's Flirty Flamingo. I'll just show you guys a little cool thing on all of our designer series paper. When you flip over your designer series paper pack, on the back, they actually list all of the colors. So we have Balmy Blue, Basic Gray, Blushing Bride, Bumblebee, Coastal Cabana. Oh, am I missing? Oh, no, I know why. So this is Flirty Flamingo. The other side of it is the Blushing Bride. There we go. This is the Basic Gray. And the other side of it is Smoky Slate. We have our Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather, Bumblebee, and So Saffron, Coastal Cabana, and Pool Party. And then this one would be our Misty Moonlight with our Balmy Blue on the other side. I thought those colors looked a little bit dark for what they said on the back. So there we go. That's why the list is so long. Oh, hi, Marianne. You've been busy with the pansy bunch on the rainy days. Oh, the pansies are gorgeous. I do not have the patience for them, though. Oh, my goodness. Yes, I am planning to get out for another walk today during one of my breaks. It was so nice yesterday. So this is the entire collection. We've kind of got like a real like marble, like the stone marble look on one side, and then marble, like paint marbling on the other side. So absolutely gorgeous DSP, and you get this pack of 48 pieces for free with a $60 purchase. So I have put my link to my shop into the description in the video, and you can go there, choose your celebration items and all of that. But right now we're going to get busy designing. So I have grabbed myself a Pool Party card base because that is one of the colors in our designer series paper. So there's our Pool Party marble. I'm actually going to glue this down though, so that we see kind of the darker Coastal Cabana side. And I've just cut this at 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm using it as my entire background on this card. So I'm going to get started right away and glue that right down. So here we go. Now, what I love about this paper is you can use it as a full background like I'm going to today, but you can also use it just as like a little tiny strip for an accent. The lighter marbled sides are light enough that you could use them as a background and stamp directly on them. So lots that we can do with this. I'm sorry, I don't actually have a ton of cards to show you today. I've been so busy writing report cards, I haven't been designing. And I don't know what I was thinking, but the ones I designed earlier, I have given them all away. So sorry, guys. Now, when you cut this, you're going to end up with like a 2-inch strip left over. I cut that 2-inch strip down to 2 1-inch strips, actually. And I'm going to take one of those 1-inch strips, and I'm going to glue it onto a piece of basic white that is also 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to glue it right onto the edge. There we go. And then I'm going to glue this right to the inside of our card. So now, without any effort, we have gone and decorated the inside of our card and made it all pretty in there as well. There we go. So super easy to create some interest inside our card as well. All right, so with that done, we are going to get started. Now, you can pair this up with so many different things, you guys. I have seen this beautiful gray paired up with the rainbows and those cute little rain boots. I have seen this purple paired up with a bajillion different flowers. My personal favorite is the daisies. What I plan to do next is actually take this yellow and mask it with the daisies in our new masking. We have our masks, and somewhere in here we have a daisy one. It's probably already out because I've been using it so much. Probably out drying. Sorry. Oh, no, there it is. It did make it back into the box. So I plan to take these daisies and mask them on top of that yellow background and use that as a background on a card. So just so many options here with this. And then, of course, I've seen this beautiful one paired up with the otters because you put a little otter there and he's just perfectly moving through the water. Lots and lots of great options. I am going to just keep mine as is, and I'm going to pair it up with the Whale Done stamp set. Absolutely love this stamp set, and it's been too long since I played with it last. I kind of ran out of the designer series paper that originally coordinated with this one, and stopped stamping with it for some reason. Kind of silly. Shouldn't have done that. So I'm going to actually do all my stamping on circles though, so that we can see this gorgeous background. So I'm going to bring in my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, my plate 3 and my 2 clear plates, and I am going to cut some circles. So I've grabbed a couple of circles from our layering circles, and you'll see that these actually layer together quite nicely. And so I'm going to take the larger one and cut a circle out of Misty Moonlight, and then I've got two smaller ones that also layer together, and I'm going to cut a Misty Moonlight circle out of that. Sorry, I normally have all my die cutting done before I go live, but this week is a little bit different. I am busy writing report cards, so today's cards are being created from a vision I have in my head, as opposed to something that I've actually created and tried. So we'll see how they turn out. Hopefully okay. And I'm going to do one more of that larger circle. Oh, sorry guys. Bash and bash. I'm going to do one more of that larger circle in Misty Moonlight. So you guys are getting to see creating on the fly, because this is just a thought in my brain right now. It's nothing I've actually seen or done before. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so now that we've done those larger circles, I'm going to take those smaller ones that we laid inside, and I'm going to cut those. Let's see, hopefully I'll be able to fit all 3 onto this piece. If not, I do have an extra piece beside me. Okay, run that through. Hi, Jacqueline. Just showing off their Simply Marbleous Designer Series paper here, and I'm pairing it up with the Whale Done stamp set. So I've got one more circle to cut here, and then we'll see about stamping and getting this card put together. Oh, perfect, it does fit. Okay, so this is my last die cut, and then we get to do the fun part. All right, so there we go, all of our circles. Put those where I won't lose them. All right. Oh, crash. So these are all going to layer up just like that. And after we've stamped them, we will glue them together and put them onto our card. But I am going to stamp them first. I am not being that brave today. So let's get started with our sentiment. The sentiment I want to put on this is a birthday one, And so I'm going to use Night of Navy to stamp the words, hoping all your birthday fishes come true. And I am going to stamp it kind of, let's see which way do I want to put it. I think maybe over to the right in here. The reason I want to put it off to the side is because I have this idea that I can put some seaweed around this and some fish around it. Oh, you know what, Jacqueline? The baby buzz does fit better on video, but actually, if you ever go camping and take stamping stuff, which I do, it's so much lighter. I also find it's just actually easier to use than the big guy. I just I don't know, because I have problems with my hands with like arthritis and stuff, and I find it's a lot easier to use. And I find it's a lot easier to line up my dies and stuff. I don't know. Maybe that's, I don't know, maybe it's all psychological. Not a clue. All right, so now I've got this itty bitty seaweed, and I've got some soft succulent ink, and oh, perfect. So this is why I wanted it off to the left, so that I could come on in and put a little bit of seaweed in there. And then I'm going to put, actually, I'm almost feeling like I want to put it over the words and mask them, but let's not do that today. I might actually grab the other seaweed just to get a little bit of a different look. Oh, it's actually quite large. Maybe I won't. No, we'll stick with this baby one. Okay, we'll just do a few little guys down here. And there we go. All right, and I might even crisscross. Let's see. I don't know what that'll look like. Maybe I'll put it on an angle. There. All right, so we've got that on there. And now I'm going to add some fish, because, you know, it does say hoping all your birthday fishes come true. So it wouldn't make a lot of sense without some fish on here. So now let's see. I don't even know which way these guys are going. Let's put them that way. There we have it. I feel like I need just a few more on there. I'm going to pop them in down here. And one more right in there. There we go. All right. So there are our fish on our fishy birthday card. So that is one of our circles completed. And we're going to pop that onto our card. But now, of course, I created these other two circles. We need to get them all filled in. So we're going to do this small one next. I'm going to grab that seaweed again. I'm going to actually stamp the seaweed first this time, so that I can start to create a nice big, well, actually maybe I'll only do one for now, because I want to make sure I have space. So you said, oh, I could even carry it to my sales tent. Yes, you could totally bring it to your sales tent when you're at the open market. That'd be awesome. Hi, Christina. Oh, I know. This is one of my favorite stamp sets. So here we go. I'm going to pop in my little seahorse, and I'm going to kind of put him up higher, because now I'm going to have lots more space to put lots more seaweed around him, because that's where they like to hang out anyways. All right, and I'm stamping my seaweed in soft succulent. So I'm going to bring in a piece right up high close to him, and bring in a few down low. We're really going to bury him in seaweed. There we go. He's feeling nice and safe. All right. Now, I feel like I didn't leave enough room for the bubbles I was thinking I would add on there. Let's see if I've got some space. So we have this cute little bubble set. And I was thinking I'd do, oh, sure, I can squeeze them in. Just a few little ones right there. Just a few bubbles. So this is Night of Navy again. I thought about bringing in Balmy Blue, but then I'm like, oh, why bring in another ink color when I've got Night of Navy here and can just stamp it off. You know what? I'm going to do one more set of bubbles just above him. And actually, I might turn this around so I get more bubble action. There we go. Okay, so just a few little bubbles around him. And now our last one Those of you who know this set well are thinking, oh no, Leah, you've done it. This isn't going to work. I am going to put the whale on this one. And guess what, guys? You're right. The whale is way too big, and I actually had that in mind on purpose. I want to pop him up. So that other piece of white that I had it actually for him. So I was glad I didn't have to use it for making another circle. Then I'd have to go rooting around finding another white scrap. I was prepping birthday card club last night, and oh man, I used up a ton of my white scraps. All right, now, before I do this, there actually is a punch that goes with this, guys. I'm just going to double check which way I want him stamped so that he'll fit nicely in my punch. There we go. I want him stamped like that. There. And so I did a Night of Navy, and this is a very freshly inked pad, so it's got really good dark color on them. And then we're going to come in here and line them up and punch him out. Now, he's a pretty easy one to fussy cut if you don't have the punch. There we go. All right. Now, all these little bits I can get rid of. There. All right, so with him all done, I'm going to put him on top of there, but that's looking really, really plain behind him. So I actually wonder if I want to put some fish around him or do something. You know what I might actually do, you guys? I mentioned it as an option of something that can be done. Let's see if it'll look any good. I said we could use the other designer series paper to create a background circle. And I actually think that this would create a beautiful, beautiful background circle. So we need that smaller one that I was using. Let's make sure I get the right one. Get that smaller one. And now this piece of paper is too big to fit in the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So what we're going to do, oh, bubbles. Oh, what a great idea, Marianne. Oh, maybe I won't cut up this paper then. Let's see. We'll play around with the piece that I have and see about getting some bubbles going on here. And maybe some fish too. I don't know. Too much orange maybe. Actually, I'm going to stay away from the fish. Let's do the bubbles. Okay, what a great idea. Now I'm going to bring back that scrap paper so I don't get ink all over my Pierce mat. Pull these guys out. What a great idea. And then I might actually go back in and punch out. Maybe I'll use that DSP to punch out his like his spouting. Although I guess he's technically underwater, so that won't work. No, we won't do that. Ignore that comment. Okay, here we go. We're just going to get a bunch of bubbles going around him all over this. Okay. What a fabulous idea. Okay, and we don't need the center because he's going to cover that up. Oh, I love it. Thank you, Marianne. This is why stamping with people is so much better. Oh, adding bubbles to the DSP as well. Yeah, Jacqueline. All right, let's get things attached first so I can see where to do that. So now that we've got that background done, oh, I love it. We're going to start gluing things together. So I'm going to move this out of the way and bring this into view. So we're going to move these down like that. That guy's going to go up there. I almost feel like my fish one needs some bubbles too now because it's feeling a little left out. So I'm just going to, I hope this is in your view. Yeah, it'll be in your view. Perfect. Okay. I'm just going to add just the tiniest bit of bubbles on this one. There we go. All right. So just a few little bubbles. It's like they're starting down here and working their way up. Awesome. And then we'll add more bubbles to the background once we get everything positioned. So great. Yes, they will totally when they're filtering that krill. That's awesome. Okay, so now you guys can use whatever adhesive you want when you're doing this, but I'm going to use liquid glue to attach these cute little pieces to our misty moonlight circles. So it's so fun just being able to create in these tiny little spaces. Sometimes it's a challenge because you're like trying to fit everything in. This is great. This is turning out kind of better than I had it pictured in my head, actually. All right. Now with this piece, do you know what? Actually, I might ruin this, but we'll see. I actually want to add a little bit of a wink of Stella to this. Where is my wink? Oh, there it is. So actually I should probably turn this so that I don't get wink of Stella on everything. So I've got my wink of Stella here. This is one of my favorite things to do, actually. And I'm going to get a little bit into the reservoir. I always do this over a scrap though, because there we go. You don't want to get like a big droplet on your project. And then I take it against the lid and I tap. And that's just putting splatters of wink of Stella all over that. So now I'm going to hold it up so hopefully you guys can see all the beautiful shimmeriness on there. My lights are not going to catch it. In person though, you can really see the specks that are on there that are all shimmery. It's really beautiful. Okay, so with that done, we will now very carefully hold this piece and glue it on. And now for this one, to put it down, I'm really not going to like swipe my finger around and push down everywhere. I'm going to carefully avoid the droplets and put that on. Okay, there we go. Now my whale, I'm going to pop him on with a dimensional and maybe 2. Keeping them kind of close to the center though, so that they stay on that circle and don't go off of it. All right, there he goes. Perfect. Now, I think he needs a little bit more color on him. I'm wondering about grabbing a balmy blue. Where'd that scrap go? Oh, here, I've got this one that I punched out. I think I might actually just come in and give him a little swipe of balmy blue across the bottom, because he's not going to be perfectly white down there. And then just come in and fill in all the little white dots around him, just with my balmy blue blends as well. Probably, you know, smart to do this before you attach him to your project, but, you know, just to give him a little bit of difference in color from our background. All right. Wink of Stella has been around for a long time. It is the best. All right, so we are nearly done this card. I just have a few finishing touches. So these circles that we've created are going to get attached. But before we do that, I often create cards with ribbons and bows, and I'm not sure that I'm going to on this one. I had considered that I might use some of this ribbon, but I'm really not sure where I would put it unless I did like some kind of a loop behind my whale. But I think that takes away from the other ones too much. So I think what we might do is stick with just adding some gems afterwards and adding that in almost as the bubbles. So I think we're going to skip ribbon today, which is really weird for me. Yeah, you agree, Marianne? No ribbon? It feels strange to me to create a card without ribbon. I am such a ribbon girl. Like such a ribbon girl. All right, so now this one, I'm just pushing it down using the whale as my spot to push because we have that wink of Stella on there. And actually, yeah, I'm just going to glue these straight down, no dimensionals. The only thing that needs to pop up is that whale. He's the star of the show. But I just love how, even though we've got all this stamping happening just on plain white, with that amazing marvelous background that we have, it just feels so like finished, and I don't know. Okay, so with that done, we're going to do a little search. Oh, that ribbon is so good. Yeah. I like most of our ribbons for being able to color them. All right, so now we need to find the right embellishment for this. And I'm kind of leaning towards either iridescent rhinestones because they're just gorgeous, or some soft succulent. Um, I think we're actually going to go soft succulent from the In Color Gems. So I'll let you guys decide. Got that one. I've got, oh, one of my favorites. I use way too many of these. The adhesive back sequins, and so those come in the 2 sizes. Those might actually be the one. Here, I'll try and put these down so that you can see what the soft succulent looks like on there. There we go. Or our iridescent rhinestones. You like the soft succulent? Yeah, Jack? All right. And then let's see if I can find my iridescent rhinestones. I've been going through those like crazy as well. All right, and then there's our iridescent rhinestones, which we've got 2 sizes of those. All right. The DSP circle behind me. Sequins are better. Yeah. Adhesive back sequins. Okay, I've got a few of you saying adhesive back sequins, so that's what we're going to go with. I just try and shake it up because those sequins are always my go-to. I can't lie. They are, I go through so many of them in a week even. It's kind of ridiculous. So here we go. I'm just going to pop these on, and often I'd use a tool to do this, but I actually I think it's another reason I use so many of the sequins is that they're so easy to just pick up with your fingers and throw onto the card. And I'm also super generous with them when I use them. Like, I don't hold back. I go crazy with them, actually. We're going to do one more. Down, no, up here, no, in here. I'm going to move this guy over if I can. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we've just gone totally crazy. Sequins everywhere. And that is our finished card. You might be right about the DSP background, Marianne. I might have to make a second one and see how it turns out with the DSP background behind the whale. So that is our finished card with that Simply Marbleous Designer Series paper. It is just such a fun paper to work with and really kind of sets the tone for your card. Like everything else that goes on there just kind of like you have to actually work to make it stand out from that gorgeous background. So thank you so much, everyone. You can join me again. I'm live on Wednesdays for my regular Facebook Live, and then until the end of sale-a-bration, which is February 28th. So February 27th will be my last sale-a-bration Sunday. And so join me again next weekend. I think next weekend I'm actually playing around with the otters, which are so much fun. So cute. So you guys have a fabulous day. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if you didn't get a chance to check it out, I actually went live yesterday for a full card class. Oh, thanks, Marianne. Happy Valentine's Day to you as well. So I did a full online workshop yesterday, 3-card card class, and it was featuring the soft succulents. And so I do have an ordering special this weekend. You can earn these sale-a-bration items that I'm highlighting on Sundays, but I'm also, anybody who orders this weekend, I am sending out the card kit packs, and you're also entered. I've got a little prize draw in the event. You can enter for a chance to win a mystery embellishment from me. So go check that out. It was my video yesterday, and in the events section, you can find it, and there's the link there to the door prize draw and everything. So I hope you guys have a fabulous Sunday. I'm going to try and enjoy the sunshine and finish writing report cards. Boo. Want to get it done before actual Valentine's Day because we have some fun stuff planned for the kids. So have a great day, everyone. Bye.